Hi, my name is Sergeant Siddons, and I'm going to go over the performance appraisal application. So this page here shows you the rating cycle, and it's going to show you what happens from your plan to completing your interim review, to completing self-assessments, and all the way to the end where you complete your annual performance appraisal. This page here shows your tab interface, and this is a guide that you're going to see throughout your entire PAA cycle. If you notice here, you'll see the plan, you'll see details, you'll see goals, job objectives, and approvals and acknowledgments. So we're going to talk about establishing a performance plan. Keep in mind that throughout this entire block, we're going to talk about everything from the employee's perspective, from the rating official's perspective, and from the higher level reviewer's perspective. So some things are going to seem like they're repetitive, and they may be. However, each person has a different job to do. So we'll go ahead and begin. Establishing a performance plan from the employee's perspective. Again, look at this page here. From your drop-down menu, you're going to choose National Guard Title 32, and you'll hit Go. This page here shows your plan details from the employee. As an employee, you want to ensure that you're looking at your appraisal start, end, and effective dates. You want to ensure that your rating official is correct and that your higher level reviewer is correct. Keep in mind the dates here are incorrect, and we use the dates that our agency uses, which means your start date would be 1 July in whatever year. Your end date would be 30 June, and that would be the following year. And your effective date will be 1 July of the following year. This slide here is going to show you employee information such as your GS level, your pay if you're full-time, and your location. You want to ensure that this information is correct and get with HRO if it isn't. Again, on the bottom you'll see your start, end, and effective dates, your rating official, and your higher level reviewer. If you look to the right of your rating official and your higher level reviewer, you will see what looks like a flashlight. If you click on that there, you can change your higher level reviewer and your rating official. Please ensure you get HRO approval before doing that. This one shows your plan details as an employee. If you look to the top, you'll see the plan and plan details highlighted in blue, and that's what we're going to start on. Your mission goal is information regarding your organization's goals and priorities. We recommend that you sit down with your supervisor and come up with your mission goal together. That way you're both on the same page as to what's expected. Now we're going to get into job objectives. For a non-supervisory employee, you have to have at least 3 job objectives with a max of 5. For supervisory employees, you have to have at least 5 job objectives with a max of 10. This page shows your job objectives from an employee. So you're going to put the title of your job objective. Your start date is going to be the start date that you initiate your job objective, and this may change from person to person. If you have been an employee, your job objective start date will be 1 July of the current year. Where it says job objective, you can copy and paste your job objective here. When I say copy and paste, a good idea and something that we recommend through HRO is that you already write up all of your job objectives in a Word document, save it, and you can use it continually throughout the year. So again, go ahead and copy paste or type in your job objective here, and you'll click Save and Return to Job Objective tab. Once you complete all of your job objectives, you'll hit the Next button. And now we have approvals and acknowledgments. So once you complete your job objectives, the next step is forwarding to your supervisor. In order to do that, up on the top, you'll click Transfer to Rating Official. And please remember to always transfer to the rating official with email notification. If you don't have this option for your supervisor, it's because their email isn't annotated in the system, and that's something we'd have to get fixed. So if you are unable to transfer with email notification, please contact HRO so that we can help you out. This tab here shows your track progress screen. This is something that you'll see throughout your entire PAA cycle. Right now, if you look, it just shows that your plan was drafted. Approving a performance plan, and this is going to be for the rating official. So for the rating officials, when you pull up your application main page, you should be able to see all of your employees here. If you're missing employees or you have extra ones, please let HRO know so that we can work with you to get it cleared up. But moving forward, you'll click on your employee. You should see update in the action area and you'll hit go. This will show the plan details for your employee. As a supervisor, you should be ensuring you're looking at start, end, and effective dates, making sure the rating official and higher level is complete and updated. If so, click on the next tab. You'll see the mission goal. You should have already sat down with your employee and you both came up with the mission goal together. So you just want to ensure that that information still stands. Once you complete that, you'll hit the next tab. Approving a performance plan from the rating official's perspective. For the rating official, this is the tab interface that you're going to see when you're improving the job objectives for your employees. You're going to go into each job objective to ensure that it is correctly written and something that the employee actually does. If you notice here, some of the job objectives are actually weighted. If the employee chooses to weight their job objectives, they need to ensure that it's totaled out to 100%. Once you review all of the job objectives, you'll click on the next tab. So approving the performance plan from the rating official. If you look here, after you review all job objectives that your employees have submitted, you're going to save and return to the job objectives tab. Approving the performance plan from the rating official. So here, all you have to do is transfer to higher level review. Ensure that you do that with email notification. Again, it'll show you the higher level reviewer here, right next to the flashlight. If the higher level reviewer needs to be changed, it can be done here. On this page here, you can actually approve on behalf of your higher level reviewer, and in order to do that, you can document using option B. Please ensure that you get the OK from the higher level reviewer prior to doing that. Now we're looking at our track progress screen again, and it still currently says that all we've done for this employee is draft the plan. So approving the performance plan from the higher level reviewer. So for higher level reviewers, this is the tab interface that you'll see. So you will go into each employee to do the same thing that the rating official just completed. What you'll do is go into update and then hit go. On this page here, you can go through the plan details, your mission goals, and the job objectives for each employee. But this one shows plan details. You'll click next. You can view the mission goal that the employee and the rating official have come up with. Once you do that, hit next. Okay, so as a higher level reviewer, you're going to go through all job objectives that the employee and rating official have already approved, and you'll view all of them. If you approve based off of what you've seen, you're going to go ahead and click next. This page here shows you're going to either approve it or you're going to return for change. So again, previous slide, ensure that you review all of the job objectives prior to approving and or changing. This page here is asking you, are you sure you want to approve this job objective? And you're going to say yes. You're going to do that for each employee. So the rating official can now begin. Select go. So for the approval and acknowledgements, this page just shows that the higher level reviewer has already completed their portion of the review. So once that's done, it kicks back to the rating official, and now the rating official has to do their portion. So you're going ahead and click start. You're going to communicate the date that you sat down with your employee or how you actually communicated the plan. So it could be a face-to-face, telephone, other, could be text message. Whatever communication method you use has to be annotated here, and the date. Once you click on your communication method, you're going to save and go to step 4. It's asking, are you sure you want to go to step 4? The reason why it asks, are you sure you want to do this, is because you're moving forward in the plan. When performance plans interims and appraisals are messed up, we have to send them up through NGB, and it's a long process in order to get them back completed, deleted, or updated, so you want to do it correctly the first time. So again, are you sure you want to continue? Yes. Okay, so in order to document communication from the employee and acknowledgement of the PAA, you'll click the Start tab. This just shows acknowledgement by other method. So it's either refuse or acknowledge by other method. You're going to click on the method and hit Save. Now if you see our Track Progress screen, it shows that the plan has been fully completed. So we're going to go into the interim review. Please ensure that you make sure that you tab over to the interim review. That's a big issue when it comes to the PAA, and one of the main questions that I get is someone is still in the plan and then they cannot understand why they can't see the interim. So make sure you click over to the interim. Okay, so your interim review for the employee. To initiate, you're going to go ahead and create interim review. Alright, so this is going to be completing your self-assessment. So where the job objective is, the job objective that you previously wrote in your plan will actually be there. And for the employee, this is where you'll input your self-assessment. Please keep in mind, employees do not have to complete self-assessments on themselves. For the interim review again, continued. Once you complete your self-assessment for each job objective, you'll return to the interim review tab. Ensure that you transfer to the rating official with email notification. And now we're looking at the interim review from the rating official's point of view. So for the rating official, you're going to hit Update and Go. Make sure you tab over to interim review. At this time, I would also make sure that as a rating official, you go ahead and check that start, end, and effective date one more time, just to ensure that it's correct. So for the interim review, you'll hit Update. Okay, so this shows the interim review from the rating official. So rating officials, above you should see the assessment was completed by the employee, but please keep in mind, a few slides back we did talk about the employee not having to complete a self-assessment. However, for the rating officials, it is mandatory that you complete a self-assessment. So for each job objective, you'll complete the self-assessment and ensure you return to interim review tab after each one. So once the self-assessments are completed, the rating official will need to document the higher level reviewer approval. So you'll hit the Start tab. From here, you can use option A, and the rating official can transfer to the higher level reviewer for approval. Okay, so the interim review for the rating official, like you could with the plan, you can also document on behalf of the higher level reviewer. Again, you need to ensure that you ask and get permission from the higher level reviewer prior to doing that. So the rating official document communication to the employee, you hit the Start. This page here shows your communication method and date. You go ahead and click the face-to-face or however you communicated with your employee. You'll ensure the date is there and you'll save and go to step 4. This page here is asking, do you want to continue and go to step 4? And you're going to go ahead and click yes. But just a little background, the reason why it's asking is because once you communicate with the employee, you can actually send the PAA to the employee, and then the employee would have to send it back to you. So just to move all of that and get things moving in a quick manner, you can go ahead and approve and go to step 4. So now you're going to communicate and document the employee acknowledgement. Go ahead and click Start. Once again, you'll acknowledge how it was, so it was either refused or acknowledged. You'll enter the date and you'll click on the Save tab. Now you're going to return to the Interim Review tab. The rating official will then transfer to the employee. Now if you look at our track progress screen, it's showing that the plan has been fully completed and the interim review has been fully completed. Now we're going to go into the annual appraisal. Okay, to continue the annual appraisal, you've already completed your plan, you've already completed your interim review, and now you're going to initiate the annual appraisal. So you'll hit update and go. Ensure that you tab over to annual appraisal. And here, your job objective that you came up with way back in your plan should still be there. And this here is where you'll complete your self-assessment. Again, just like the interim review, the employee does not have to complete a self-assessment on themselves. If the employee chooses to complete the self-assessment, they'll do it for each job objective. Once done, they'll transfer to the rating official. You want to ensure that you're transferring with email notification. The rating official will see this page here. They'll click update and go. Tab over to annual appraisal. Again, this is another good time to check dates and higher level reviewer and rating official information. The employee's self-assessment, if they choose to do so, should be on your left-hand side. The rating official self-assessment will go right below the employees. After each assessment, you're going to go ahead and return to top of page. And I just want to really foot stomp this in. As an employee and as a rating official, it is a great idea to already have your assessments already worded and saved on a Word doc. That way it's easy to just copy and paste and put the information in here. You can always go into your Word document and update and highlight and add to, but when it comes to having to think of stuff off the cuff, it may be a little tough. So it's a good idea to already have it saved on a Word document. So for your rating officials, once you're done with each job objective, you're going to want to tab over to the rating of record. So you will rate each job objective for your employees. Once you're done rating each job objective, you can go to approvals and acknowledgments. The rating official will request document higher level review. To do that, you'll click the Start tab. This page here shows the Approvals and Acknowledgements tab using option A, and that option A is for the rating official to approve. Again, option B is for the rating official to approve on behalf of the higher level reviewer. Once that's complete, the rating official will then document communication to the employee. You'll click on the Start tab. You want to ensure that the communication date, method, and rating official name is there, and you'll save it. Okay, so this tab here, which is your final tab, one of your final tabs, is very important. This is letting you know if you click that Yes tab, this appraisal will no longer be able to be seen by you as a rating official. So you're going to want to click Yes. This page here shows that you can print the NGB Form 430, otherwise known as the PAA. Okay, so the reports and forms, this is how you get to it. You'll go to your drop-down tab and you'll click on Reports and Forms and hit Go. This page here shows you all the things that you can print and that you can view and print the selected items. You can even go back to old appraisals. You just have to enter in the year and the kind of event that you want. So if you just want the plan, if you just want the interim, or if you want the full appraisal, you can do all that from this page here. Keep in mind, as a supervisor, you do have to print the NGB 430s, also known as PAA, because you have to put it in your supervisory folder for each employee. Alright, so this slide here, we're going to go into writing effective critical elements using the SMART format. Okay, so the employee responsibilities: participate in the development of critical elements, identify and record accomplishments, participate in interim reviews, assessments, and end of a year reviews, and understand the link between their performance expectations, conduct, and the mission. I briefly spoke about identifying and recording accomplishments earlier. We recommend that the employee open up a Word document and record all accomplishments, and that can be from answering the phone to completing huge tasks. You want to ensure that you record everything, because when it comes time to assess yourself on your PAA, you can use the information that you saved. Okay, so the rater's responsibilities, that's to ensure the employees attend performance management training. So if any of your employees are actually reviewing this slide deck right now, you've done your job. You want to help develop the critical elements aligned to the mission goals, communicate the performance expectations, provide employee feedback, at least one interim review. That is mandatory. All supervisors, i.e. rating officials, must provide at least one interim review during the year. You can sit your employees down at any time and talk to them about the good things they're doing, the bad things they're doing. You can actually sit them down and do that at any time. But system-wise, you have to provide an interim. You want to foster and reward your excellent performance. You want to ensure you address poor performance. And you want to make meaningful performance distinctions amongst your employees. The higher level reviewer responsibilities to be involved in the performance management process throughout the rating period. And we say that because if the rating official does not know what the higher level reviewer wants, then how will the rating official then let their employee know what they want from them? So you also want to ensure that the organization goals are communicated to the employee and the supervisors. You want to ensure equitable and consistent application and compliance with the performance management requirements. Requirements for the critical elements: they must be linked to the mission. The key responsibilities must be captured. There must be a mandatory supervisory critical element, and the critical elements must be used using the SMART format, and they may also be weighted. We're going to go into the SMART format and what it stands for. S is for specific, M for measurable, A for aligned, R for realistic and relevant, and T for timed. This is the format and framework we're going to use for developing and evaluating all critical elements. So for specific, you want to define an observable action, behavior, or achievement. You want to link to a level of performance, and it has to be specific regarding the description of the result. An example of specific is going to be highlighted in red. Provides accurate and timely advice and guidance to headquartered staff and managerial accountants in the field, resolving normal issues and inquiries. Provides responses to questions and inquiries, and then also to financial process to produce. So everything highlighted in red is going to be an example of a specific. For measurable, you're going to provide a method to allow tracking, recording, and validation quality of a specific behavior, action, or outcome. You want to make sure that you define how many, how long, how good, and how much. An example of measurable will again be bold red. Accurate and timely advice, 5 to 7 business days. In 5 to 7 business days and updated until resolved. Correct. Accurate results and meet legal requirements. So we're going to go ahead and talk about aligned, which is a line of sight is drawn between the employee's work, unit goals, and organization mission. The objectives ensure all are working toward a shared goal. The objectives in the organization pull in the same direction, and the managers and supervisors need understanding of their own objectives before they can work with employees to establish theirs. Realistic and relevant. Realistic. Goals and objectives achievable with the resources and personnel available and within the available time. For relevant, goals and objectives are important to the employee and organization, and the responsibility must be appropriate to the employee's grade. And a great example that I like to give is you can't have your GS7 employee doing the job of a GS11. You have to ensure that the employee is being paid for the job that they are doing. So for timed, You want to establish a start and or an end date. You can use specific dates. An example would be March 15th. You can use descriptives. That would be 6 months. And milestones can also be included. Some other examples are you can do quarterly or biweekly, because we all know that we have reports that are due quarterly or biweekly for upper management. So a timed example would also be in bold red. As needed basis, 5 to 7 business days, and updated until. So an example of a smart critical element: complete the installation of 150 new computers in the Durham office by the second week of September. Provide a monthly progress report with information on completed work and anticipated obstacles in the last week of each month. Ensure that the DA Form 2062 issuing the new computer to the PC user is signed by the user and forwarded to the property book officer in 2 to 3 workdays of signature. One other option is weighing your critical elements. If you decide to do that, you need to ensure that each objective can be weighted to indicate the importance and effort. Weighting is entered as a percentage in increments of 5%, and at the end of the performance cycle, the percentages are multiple to the individual objective ratings to produce the overall performance rating. If the values aren't entered, all the objectives are weighted equally. Please ensure that the total is 100%. Something to consider when reviewing the performance plan are your critical elements too vague? Can they be measured and verified? Are they too long or complex? Does each critical element have a timeline? Do the critical elements emphasize appropriate aspects of the work? And are there too many or too few? So we can quickly go over the rating scale: 5 being outstanding, 4 being excellent, 3 being fully successful, 2 marginal, and 1 unsuccessful. 1 and 2 are not where you want your employees to be, so as supervisors, you want to make sure that you're pushing your employees so they're at least a 3, which is fully successful. When you write your critical elements, you write them at a 3. That guarantees that the employee can work hard enough to become excellent and or outstanding. Okay, thanks for taking the time to review this class. If you have any questions, you can contact the HR office at 916-854-3350. Have a great day.